Hi, I'm Bill Ibsen of the Ibsen Company. Today we're going to talk about the Norscot Shaft Seal, specifically how to prep the shaft and how to install the housing. First thing we're going to do is identify the items we're going to be working with. First item is the Norscot Shaft Seal housing, which includes 3 lip seals. The next is your shaft. The next item is the install tool. And lastly, the 150 emery cloth. First, let's prep the shaft. Disconnect your shaft from the coupler and remove the existing unit. Then examine your shaft for anything that could damage the seals during installation, including pitting, nicks, sharp edges on the keyway, and set screws. Polish those areas smooth. Then, using a permanent felt marker, mark the shaft roughly a 6 to 8 inch area where the housing will be sitting. Next, you'll need to properly finish the marked area using 150 emery cloth. Move the cloth around the shaft within the marked shaft area, creating perpendicular marks on the shaft, like so. If you have access to a lathe, while the shaft is spinning, hold the emery cloth firmly to the marked shaft area, creating the proper finish. Do not slide the cloth on the shaft, but instead lift and lower, overlapping as you go. If the coupling end of the shaft is not tapered, or it's not a threaded tapered shaft, create a 15-degree chamfer using a hand grinder or lathe. The chamfer assists in keeping the seals from being cut, nicked, or dumped when transferring the housing off the install tool onto the shaft. Next, let's prep the Norscot housing, which comes with an install tool inside. Looking at this cutaway, you'll see that the Norscot Shaft Seal comes with 3 nitro rubber lip seals, 1 in the forward, 2 aft. All 3 face aft direction. Your next step is to push the install tool toward the aft of the housing and remove it. You're then going to cover the shaft, the outside of the tool, and the inside of the housing, including seals, with ATF or light lubricant. Then reinstall the aluminum tool back into the housing from the forward side where you don't see springs. After that is done, you will slide the install tool back and forth inside the housing with your hand, making sure it moves easily. Once you have the housing in the proper direction, you will marry the end of the tool to the chamfered end of the shaft. Then transfer it off of the tool and onto the shaft, always twisting and rotating around until you have the housing in position. The constant rotation of the housing helps avoid running over anything that might cut, nick, or dump the seals. Now, if you're replacing seals from your existing Norscot Shaft Seal, prior to doing the steps above, remove the old seals with a screwdriver by just popping them out, and then you're going to press fit in the new seals, but first check to see if there's any defects or damage on the new seals. And remember, all of the seals faced aft, 2 in the aft and 1 in the forward. And that concludes the shaft prep and the housing installation. Look for more videos soon on doing the rest of the installation. And from all of us at the Ibsen Company, happy cruising!